We're going now to Iraq to see a therapy for our wounded warriors that seemed to us hard to imagine. Troops who are recovering from serious injuries are taken back to the place where they were wounded. On assignment for 60 Minutes recently, we met 8 wounded Americans on the journey of their lives. Was there a lot of hate in your heart?
Yeah.
One of them is Brian Mancini. We sat down with him on an American post in Baghdad. Mancini had returned after being hit by a roadside bomb in 2007. That head on your shoulders has been largely rebuilt.
Yeah, I have a titanium mesh plate in my forehead. They rebuilt my whole orbital socket. My sinuses were rebuilt. My palate was blasted out. My cheekbone was blasted out with all my teeth. They actually rebuilt that from my hip.
How many surgeries did that come to?
I have no idea.
When you heard about this opportunity to come back to Iraq, what did you think?
Early on, I didn't want anything to do with it. The resentment in my heart, in my mind, was pretty fresh still.
But come back he did, in the program called Operation Proper Exit. It's led by Rick Kell, a retired advertising executive who's a volunteer at Walter Reed Army Medical Center. Kell was struck by what wounded warriors there often told him.
What they wanted to do was come back and see that what they had done made sense, that it had validity, that it was not in vain.
Do some of them, I wonder, think that Iraq got the best of them?
Very interesting question. There was a young soldier, about the 4th night in. He came to me and he said, "I don't hear this anymore. I don't hear it anymore." He said, I had a voice, and that voice kept telling me I was defeated in Iraq. They beat me and they sent me home. And he said, I never understood that, but now I do. It's pretty amazing.
With the military's help, Kell has brought more than 60 wounded warriors back to Iraq, about 8 at a time. They're here for just a few days. They fly to the place where they were wounded.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people like you.
Visit the field hospital that saved their lives, and speak to the troops still here.
Was it worth it? It was worth it to me. I want to have a successful life, not burdened with the demons that I seen here.
Are those demons gone now?
I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but I think facing those demons and looking them square in the face, it makes you a little bit less afraid.
How are you going to be different when you get back to the States now?
Just seeing the progress that this country's made has made me feel a little bit better about the sacrifices that my fellow brethren have made, and that our country's made.
Rick Kell is racing against time now to bring as many wounded warriors back to Iraq as he can before U.S. forces are due to leave at the end of this year.